Underestimating the Sigma male is one of the worst errors you can make. They may not look like the conventional alpha guy, but that does not make them any less dangerous. The calm but lethal men known as Sigma males. They are frequently undervalued, which is a mistake you do not want to do. Not always due to their physical toughness, but rather because of their exceptionally sharp minds and perseverance. Even though they appear to be cool and collected, they are constantly planning 10 steps ahead. Due to this, he is a tremendously dangerous foe and someone you should avoid at all costs. The silent ones who watch quietly are the Sigma men. All the information is absorbed by them. Always scheming, ruminating, and prepared to act. Giving Sigma a reason to attack you is the last thing you want to do. This does not necessarily imply that Sigmas are nasty lads at heart. However, you should never attempt to step on his tail since you would get burned. They are actually quite calm and understanding. Nothing is more perilous than a Sigma man with a grudge. The most hazardous breed is the Sigma man, for the following 12 reasons. First, they are more complex than first appears. You might not think highly of a person when you first meet him. He appears to be a typical guy, yet this is precisely the impression they want you to have. There is a lot going on behind that placid appearance, despite their desire to blend in and avoid being seen. They are concealing information. It makes them extremely risky. You must be ready for the unexpected if you want to toy with the Sigma. Because they are continuously monitoring and absorbing information, Sigma men are frequently quite quiet and reclusive. They are incredibly challenging to read because they are constantly thinking and scheming. You never know what a Sigma is thinking, so you don't want to undervalue this. With a Sigma man, what you see on the outside is not what you receive. Particularly in terms of intelligence and tenacity. These are the kinds of people you want on your side but never want to cross because they are far more sophisticated than they seem. They don't like being crossed, which brings us to number 2. You will realize it was a terrible idea very quickly if you cross a Sigma male. They don't like their boundaries crossed, especially if it's something they truly believe in. Naturally, Sigma is aware of any unintended harm done to him right away and doesn't take it personally. However, if you intentionally hurt him, he would not forgive you. Although you may believe you can get away with it, he will set you up. He may not make you regret crossing him today or tomorrow, but he will. As retaliatory as the Sigma male suggests. He's not really that spiteful, you know. He simply dislikes it when someone annoys him specifically for their own sake. He is the kind who prefers to avoid conflict and avoid meddling in other people's affairs. But if you deliver it to his door, he won't think twice about letting you know who is in charge. For him, it's like a personal challenge, and he won't let up until he succeeds. He will put you in your place so you realize that no one is subjected to such treatment. Whether it's in his professional, personal, or even online life. You might have believed you could take him out, but the Sigma won't allow you get away with it. You'll rapidly see how wrong you were. They are masters at reading people and are skilled manipulators, which brings us to number 3. You are not dealing with your typical person when you are dealing with a Sigma man. They excel in perceiving people's intentions and reading their body language. Due to their ease of taking control of a situation, they become incredibly dangerous. They are adept at pushing all the correct buttons, and they always appear to succeed in getting what they want. This ability is helpful when attempting to get information from a person. There is no point in trying to lie or hide anything from them since they will see right through you. They are quite skilled at interrogation and can frequently get people to confess things they never intended to. A Sigma will pretend to trust you if you lie to him in order to see what you'll do next. He appears very quiet, giving the impression that you are in charge, but he is actually the one controlling everything because he wants to see how far you will go. The Sigma man uses reverse psychology, whereas the alpha male displays hostile behavior when lied to. He always has control, even when it doesn't appear like it since he is much more skilled than everyone else at gently influencing events. 4. They don't forget about what you did, but forgive you. The men in the Sigma group have a fantastic memory and never forget anything. This has both advantages and disadvantages. If you have ever done them wrong, they might not ever forgive you. However, if you have treated them well, they won't soon forget you either. Once you gain their trust, you can count on their unwavering loyalty. Despite what they may appear to be, they are essentially highly sentimental people. Because of this, many Sigmas struggle to let go of the past. Although they may accept your apology, they will never forget what you did. It's game over if you make one more mistakes, no matter how minor. They'll swiftly point out all your previous wrongdoings and kick you out of their life. This is why it's so crucial to handle the Sigma man carefully. Despite the fact that they may appear to care little for anything, they are quite emotional. They simply keep them well hidden. You might believe you got away with it, but he may know everything. He's just waiting for the right opportunity to reveal to you that he is fully aware of your activities. They are exceptionally tenacious and resilient. Number 5. One of the most tenacious and driven persons you will ever meet are Sigma men. Despite how challenging things may be, they never give up. They always manage to get through whatever stands in their way. This is a result of their extraordinary drive to succeed. They constantly aim high and work hard to fulfill their objectives. They never give up. No matter how many times they fall short, they always manage to get back up and try again. They never give up on their goals because they are real warriors. Therefore, if you ever cross a Sigma guy, be prepared for a protracted battle. Until he succeeds, he will not give up. They are also adamant about getting their way. When they have their sights set on anything, they will do whatever it takes to obtain it. Due to this, he is a very dangerous rival in both professional and interpersonal interactions. If you wrong him, he won't stop until he defeats you. But if you're on his good side, he'll be a strong ally who will do whatever it takes to help you succeed. Yes, everyone is resilient and determined. However, the Sigma elevates it to a completely new level. When it comes to perseverance and tenacity, they are in a league of their own. You should always use caution while dealing with the Sigma since you never know what he is capable of. They never reveal their genuine motives. Number 6. When threatened, the Sigma man is a master of disguise. It is quite difficult to understand what he is truly thinking because he will never share his true intentions. He plays his cards quite effectively and is always calculating. Because of this, he is highly challenging because you never know what he will do next. He prefers to keep people perplexed and uneasy. Although he always presents as cool-headed and collected, there is often a lot going on behind that expressionless gaze. When he wants to meddle with someone, the alpha man is more direct. The masculine Sigma is more shrouded. They are silent watchers. Number 7. Although Sigma guys are frequently the quietest people in the room, that does not mean they are not attentive. They are observing and studying everything around them. They constantly observe and learn, which is how they amass such a wealth of information about the world around them. Despite the fact that they may not speak much, they are always informed of events. If you ever cross a Sigma, be prepared for the repercussions since they know more than you believe they do. Before you act, you should evaluate what they could already know about you. Sigma guys always scheme and plan, unlike other people who may just go with the flow. They are constantly thinking about the best strategy to accomplish their objectives. They are constantly planning ahead, which makes them a challenging competitor. You will probably find yourself at a disadvantage if you ever compete against a Sigma man. You may be certain that he has already considered how to defeat you. They are constantly looking for ways to have an advantage over their rivals. Number 8. They foresee it all. When was the last time you played chess with a Sigma? If that's the case, you know they're always planning ahead by 10 steps. They continually plan and strategize for all potential outcomes. Because they have considered every scenario, they are extremely difficult to defeat. He is adept at foreseeing your movements and consistently appears to be far ahead. He's constantly ready for anything, which makes him an extremely dangerous foe. A Sigma is someone you never want to cross because they always manage to win. This gives the impression that they constantly have something planned, which many people find unappealing. It's preferable to simply remain on their good side rather than tossing them under the bus. 9. They can identify your shortcomings very quickly. Sigmas are incredibly perceptive people, and if you step on their toes, they may instantly identify your flaws. They are aware of how to take advantage of this against you and will do so at any costs. Despite the fact that they appear to have forgotten it, they are quite aware of everything going on around them. It's possible that you believe you are getting away with something. They will, however, make sure to get you back when you least expect it if you really irritate them. They are skilled at buying time while they wait for the ideal opportunity to strike. They seem to have a mental archive of all your prior deeds, so if you did something gravely wrong, they would make sure to make you pay. If Sigma hasn't harmed you in a while, it probably means that he has either found a way to forget about it or has forgiven you, in which case you should count yourself lucky. However, if he truly cannot let go, he will find a method to make you feel the brunt of his rage. The forgiving nature of Sigma men prevents them from wasting their time on those who are unworthy of it. Even if they occasionally step in their way, they can also be quite unpleasant people if you badly mistreat them. They are not the kind to act violently aggressively. However, they employ their minds to make you unaware of the impact. 10. They are quite logical. If you argue with a Sigma, you will quickly discover that their responses are always supported by logic. Attempting to sway a Sigma using emotional appeals will not work. Sigma men are some of the most rational people you will ever meet. They never let their emotions get in the way of their decisions. They always think with a clear head and make decisions based on logic. If you want to gain their respect, you must be able to support your assertions with logic and evidence. Otherwise, they will view you as simply another person trying to take advantage of them, in which case they will probably ignore you or, worse, try to put you in your place. 11. They exercise excellent self-control. Know of the circumstance, Sigma guys never lose their cool. They always remain calm. This is because they exhibit tremendous self-control. Regardless of whether someone has insulted them or they are engaged in a heated argument, they never allow their emotions to get the better of them. This is one of the qualities that makes them such formidable opponents. One of the qualities that make Sigmas such great leaders is that they never allow their emotions to get in the way of making decisions. As a result, people always look up to and respect them. When you're up against a Sigma, you can never get him to lose his temper and you can never get him to do something they don't want. 12. They don't hesitate to express their opinions. Sigma men are never scared to voice their minds, no matter who they are against. They are always truthful and straightforward. They never try to provide a positive image of themselves. They will be honest with you if you ask them for their opinion, even if it isn't what you want to hear. If you think you can use a Sigma to your advantage by trying to get him to agree with you, you are gravely mistaken. They will never just agree with you for the sake of it. Instead, they will always give you their honest opinion, even if it differs from what you had anticipated. If you can get past the fact that other people may find this off-putting because they are not used to such honesty, you will soon see that Sigma males are among the most trustworthy people you will ever meet.